Niger's military ruler proposes 3-year transition, warns against attack. Our ambition is not to confiscate power, General Abdurrahman Tiani said in a televised message. Wow. So the military junta in Niger is saying that they're going to be in power for 3 years to perfect all the reforms. Then after they can hand over to an administrative or democratic government. Okay. And then once against attack, that of course he said that any military invasion by Ecowas will be seen as an act of war or declaration of war, and they will stop at nothing to fight back. Okay. And we've seen that anyway from the preparation they have made so far with Mali and Burkina Faso sending their warplanes to Niger to stand by. Also with the call they have made on the youth to come and join, with thousands of people turning up to join to fight for their fatherland against ECOWAS and against the French, shows that they are getting ready. Niger's new military ruler said Saturday a transition of power would not go beyond 3 years, and warned that any attack on the country will not be easy for those involved. Our ambition is not to confiscate power, General Abdurrahman Tiani said in a television address, adding that an attack on Niger would not be a walk in the park. That is the word. So it will not be a walk in the park. You can just take a walk and go out like that and think you will succeed. That is going to, they will sort it out on both sides. Okay. His warning came as a delegation of ECOWAS met with him and his team for about 90 minutes. The delegation, led by former Nigerian military head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, retired, also met with the ousted Niger President Bazoum. Speaking with journalists after the meeting, Abdulsalami said, "We met him and heard his side of the story, and he told us what was done to him and the challenges he is facing. We will communicate this to ECOWAS leaders. Doors for talks are now open for a lasting solution." That trying to show us that they are hopeful. They are hopeful that that they will be able to succeed, but that is going to be difficult, because with the man saying that their transition is going to take minimum of 3 years, means that they mean what they are saying. They are not going to hand over the power easily like that. And also warn them that let them not think that invading Niger is going to be a walk in the park. It will not be a walk in the park. Okay, so this one's serious. So, and the guys need to need to know that this military junta is determined to reform the country. He's really determined to reform the country. So he said we won't exceed 3 years in power, but any form of intervention won't be a walk in the park, the Niger junta said. The leader of the Niger junta, Abdurrahman Tiani, has stated that they are not going to exceed 3 years in power, after which power would be transited. This was stated in a televised address broadcast that he recently held. So it is no longer news that since Abdurrahman Tiani and his troops ousted President Mohamed Bazoum, there have been a series of conversations from around the world. More so, it will be recalled that since the coup was perpetrated in Niger Republic, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has been making an effort to restore Bazoum as the president, which we know is not going to work. However, Tiani has now stated that the military junta does not have the intention to hold on to the power for so long. He said that after 3 years, there will be transition of power. He, however, stated that in a case where military intervention is deployed, it would be a walk. It won't be a walk in the park. So according to Punch newspaper, we won't exceed power before we hand over. Okay, but in a case where there is military intervention, it will never be a walk in the park. That is a very powerful statement from him. It will never be a walk in the park. So anybody coming there to fight or to do intervention should be ready because they themselves are ready. ECOWAS is a very corrupt body. When the people of Niger were suffering and complaining, did ECOWAS intervene? But cautioning by cautioning the president to render the dividends of democracy to his people. Are the ECOWAS members not seeing that the people of Niger are jubilating his removal? Nonsense. That's exactly what we are saying. ECOWAS is a corrupt body, and it is obvious that there is a corrupt body. It's obvious. ECOWAS was established for election manipulation, rigging, and stay put kind of politics, recruiting the worst to govern the best. That organization should be abolished. Bam. And that is it. Somebody said ECOWAS is useless. Bunch of corrupt leaders. What should ECOWAS do? They don't have job. Let them be disbanded. That is it. A lot of we Africans are behind you. Please come and replicate it here. Abi, they're already inviting the guy to come to Nigeria and replicate the same thing. Just like the EU and ECOWAS is useless. ECOWAS should show their strength on Boko Haram killing Nigerians. Okay? So that is it. They are ready to sort it out. They're not ready to hand over. If ECOWAS let them get away with this, it means ECOWAS is of no use. Of course, we know that ECOWAS is of no use before now. 3 years is not enough because 8 years of governance in Nigeria can't effect a project. For Bubu to bring his secondary school certificate took 8 years and it is still counting. To conduct election in Nigeria takes more than 3 years and still counting. Okay? Niger military leaders should make it 8 years because to conduct election will take more than 3 years from Nigeria. Exactly. So that is what this man is saying, that these people, they are not ready to, 8 years, 3 years is not enough to do a reform in a government. Okay? They need nothing less than 8 years and let them do that. But the military junta has spoken and he will stop at nothing in executing his plans. So anybody that goes there wants to fight. That is it. Somebody says, stand with Niger. Let France, USA, and ECOWAS fools leave Niger alone. Mad people everywhere. You are also mad. Why are you calling him mad now? Eh? You stand with a thief that stole power. How did he steal power? Didn't Tinubu steal power? Did Tinubu win election? Eh? Somebody say, make una leave Niger Republic alone. Okay? Make una leave them alone. They know what they're doing. There are people that are determined to save their country, not Nigerian people that are docile. Okay? I was even thinking of 10 years, but notwithstanding, it can still be adjourned thanks to the military. Oh boy, this is a low libido comment. Which can be low libido comment? They are only buying time. They are empty barrels. That is ECOWAS. I'm sure he meant. ECOWAS is just buying time. They are empty barrels. So that is what is coming from Niger Republic. That's also coming from the visit to Niger Junta by the Abdul Salami negotiation team from Nigeria. Let's hear your side of the story, what you think, what you feel about the junta in Niger proposing 3 years to do reforms, after which he will hand over to democracy or democratic government.